Msafiri family, welcome wherever you are. It may be a morning, evening, it could be afternoon, or it could be a night. So wherever you are, welcome. I just want to do a quick live, maybe 10 or 15 minutes. Um, as you know, we woke up with into the news that there was, you know, attack in Iran, and Iran also striking back on Israel and U.S. military bases. And we know this has been tensioned for a couple um, months now, if not weeks. And this evening, at least where I am, is that I just want to have a quick conversation, not about politics, and not about like choosing sides, but just asking basic human questions. Because in Msafiri Podcast, we believe in the diaspora, African diaspora, and we know that we have a lot of Africans that live and study and also work in places like Israel, Iran, and also all this Middle Eastern and Gulf region like Qatar, Dubai, um, UAE, all these places. And so it's good to have this kind of a conversation. And so first of all, we just want to say that to all brothers and sisters who are in these regions, that we are thinking about you, we are praying for you, and all we ask you is if you are able, keep safe, be in a safe place, because we don't want lose anyone from we don't want to lose anyone. Those who have traveled from Kenya, from different countries in Africa, moving to Middle East, looking for jobs. So for sure, the reports they indicate that there's been definitely like attacks in Iran, and Iran has retaliated. And this looks like it will be an ongoing conflict. We don't know for how long. We are not going to speculate that for sure. And every news is blasting different news outlets, kind of just broadcasting the development. So if you want to learn what's going on, just look into different news channel. But with that said, we as Africans, we know we have our brothers and sisters in Israel. And for example, we have, like Ethiopian Jewish community. There's a huge community there. In Israel, we also have like African immigrants. We have like people moving from Kenya to Israel, to work in the agriculture sector. We also have a lot of students in Israel and also professionals who are working in Israel. So we do have people of African descent in diaspora in Israel. And so when this happens, we know like we are affected, or those people are directly affected by this. And so there are many, Africans who call Israel home. And so they may be raising families there. They could be working or just contributing in the society, in the Israeli community, just as anyone else. But also, there are also Africans, I'm pretty sure, in Iran who are either like university students, diplomats, religious scholars. So those are also affected, right? And if we go beyond, Israel and Iran, we have brothers and sisters who are in Qatar, right? For example, we know we have a lot of Africans who work in the aviation industry, who are also in construction, and a lot of these places, like in the aviation, like they are working in the airports. Those are critical areas whereby a lot of them, they are near like major military infrastructure, which are being targeted. We look in Saudi Arabia, we also have a lot of Africans there, brothers and sisters who are in healthcare, domestic workers, and also professionals. Same thing to UAE. We have a lot of people who are working logistics who are Africans, also in aviation, and also just business people in business in general. Other places like Kuwait, is it Bahrain? We also have like people there, Africans, and so we have many Africans who are in this region who are gone there to look for green pastures. They are there to work. Personally, I know a couple of people. I know at least two people that I went to school with who are in that region. This morning, I sent a text message to one of them who I have contact with, and asking them how they're doing. Are they affected? Are they safe? And I think it's the right thing if you know somebody who is out there, because we are not. If you are not there, you don't know what exactly is going on. You can only rely on what you are seeing in the news. But it's good to reach out to the individual and check on them and see how are they. How are they doing? How are they safe? Are they able to, if they're not safe, are they able to go to a safe place so that we don't, at least we can support them at this time? The best you can support those people, our brothers and sisters who are of African descent, is to pray for them and also, reach out to them and check on them as this, you know, goes on. Because, what comes with a lot of panic, with also like emotional distress. So the best we can do is pray for them, support them in the best way possible. So do you have, I guess one of my question is, do you have somebody that you know who is in these countries, either Israel, Iran, or Bahrain, Kuwait, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, um, just in general, do you have anybody? And have you been able to reach out to them? Have they responded? Have they said that they are safe? Have they said that the area they are in is not affected at this moment? What have they said? And if you have not reached out, are you planning to reach out? I think we should, because this is the best we can support is diaspora communities, because yeah, these are pretty unique challenge, and our prayer is that they are all they are all safe. So in moments like this, at least for me, it just reminds that how connected we are. We may be like in different areas. I could be here, could be in Africa, you could be in the Middle East, but we are all connected. We came from the same motherland, and we are part of the diaspora. If you're in the United States, you're part of the diaspora. If you're in the Middle East somewhere, you're part of diaspora. If you're in places like China, you're part of diaspora. And in addition to the challenges that we as people in the diaspora face, just when things are normal. Now, when there is war between two nations, and those people are facing additional challenges. Their families are far away, and they are far away from home. Maybe they are even limited to how much they can travel, the resources, availability for them to relocate to safe places. So we have a duty to us who are far away from that region is to pray for them, and also really check on them. So check on those people. Also, the people who are in those affected areas. My encouragement will be, get in contact with the embassies. So if you are Kenyan, and we have get in touch with the Kenyan embassy or follow their website. I'm sure they have like information on how you can stay safe or where you can relocate to where is safer. So I think it is a wise decision for those who are abroad in Middle East to check with the embassy on their website and see what information they have. So that way you are informed, and also to avoid getting like misinformation, because now everybody is blasting information about what is going on. But the embassies can have a better, at least reliable information. and they can also, in case of these people are being transported back home. If Kenya, let's say, for example, Kenya or Nigeria or any other country sends their charter planes to those places in order to basically to transport back their people home, you know, most likely the embassies will update their website with that information. So the more often you can check the embassies, the nearby embassies information website, the better informed you are. Um, but in general, it is distressing. At least for me, I know I have somebody in Dubai, one or two people, a couple of people there that we went to school together. And I don't know how they're doing. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if they are okay, if they have been affected already so far, or they're just listening to it or seeing it in the news as we are. Because sometimes you cannot be in a conflict zone and your area is not affected. So all you see is like you're just seeing everything on the news, like everyone else. So the people who are there, if you still have access to social media, the other thing you can do, the best you can do for us who are away from the region is, to keep us updated. Either if you are messaged by somebody, you can message them back and say, yeah, I'm okay, or just give them an update. Or even if you don't get even reached out to by anybody, you can always either update something on Facebook or on Instagram or on WhatsApp saying, hey, I am okay, or I am not okay. And also, you can also even state your needs, like how can people best support you while you are in that in that region at a time like now. So I really don't know what to say. I can only wish everyone who is in that region like all the best and all of you to be safe. And that what we can do here is pray over you and check on you once in a while. That's the best we can do. But we really hope um, that this conflict doesn't last for long. So maybe like no more normalcy can return. But man, stay safe. Really, really stay safe. So just wanted to say that like really quick. I'm not a geopolitical analyst. So I'm not going to go to details like what I think and all of that. No, because that's not what I do here. Mine is just to bring stories about our African stories, experiences in the diaspora, and we'll leave to like political analysts, to those who have specialized in that. That is not my area. That is not my um, it's not my strength in that area. So I'm not going to be to touch that at all. So tonight, most likely I'll be also going live again with a friend of my friend who is a Black American, and we will be talking about the Black History Month, which is ending, I believe, today. So also watch out for that. If that's a conversation that you're interested in, please tune in then, and I will be having a good time. I know with the current war in the Middle East, it kind of distracts everything, right? It really shifts everything. It puts everything almost in chaos. So it's a lot of attention is in the Middle East right now. People trying to figure out, okay, what is going on? Like, how is this country responding to all this mess? So let's hope for the best. And again, if you're interested in that conversation, tune in tonight. Sometimes probably between 4 and 8 p.m. Once I know exact time, I will update all of you. So everybody stay safe and stay calm. And to those who are affected again by this conflict, we wish you the best. We are praying for you, and we will support you by reaching out as how often we are able to. And I hope that everybody who has somebody there, they do that. And even if you don't have anybody in that region, still, we have Africans there uh, who are also fellow diasporians. So let's pray for them. Let's remember them, and let's support them in the best way possible. Um, Thank you for those who have tuned in for this short live. I appreciate all of you. If you have not liked this stream, please like and also share, and also tell me in the comments there, um, what are you thinking with this situation in the Middle East? What is your take? What are you thinking? Do you have anybody that is a sibling or an uncle or a brother, a mom who is in that area? And how is your family handling these situations? I also know there are people who might have been there, but they left. I'll also be interested to hear your opinion. But overall, let's support them, and let's support those brothers and sisters there. They are part of us. We are connected. We are one in spirit. We are Africans, and so let's support them, and let's pray that, and also pressure our governments, if the situation worsens, that they will be able at least organize to maybe to send a flight over there, and do they say repatriate, something like that, or evacuate, just to evacuate the people, if they are brothers from whatever country in Africa they are from, that they'll be able to do that, because a lot of other nations, they do that. They send a charter plane and they are able to evacuate their citizens. So it's also a high time for African governments to step up and do the right thing, which is keep keep our brothers and sisters updated on what's going on with the right information. And also, if the situation worsens, at least send a chartered plane, if that is possible, um, to evacuate our brothers and sisters so that they are not caught up in this conflict. That's it for now. Thank you for the support. I really appreciate you, and we will talk to you another time. Bye bye for now.